This is kind of funny because this is exactly what I was taught growing up. What you're teaching, what you're saying now, this is my father's beliefs. Before I turned away from him and actually went to the masjid and said, "Well, if you're supposed to be this, how can you?" And now he identifies himself as a Methodist, but he still doesn't believe in virgin birth. He doesn't believe in a physical resurrection. He believes the Lord of this world is evil. He wouldn't say there's two different gods like you do, but he would say that the evil one. He would emphasize, and I know this is you don't emphasize that the evil one is in the Lord's prayer. He would emphasize that, uh, but this whole idea that the um, the emphasis of Paul not believing in any of the other letters, believing that Paul was kind of an asshole himself. He always gets hung up on spare the rod, spoil the child. He says that's a son of a bitch that would say that. This whole idea that the Jesus was imbued with something at the baptism, that the Old Testament is a book of failure, that God kept trying to come to the people and they kept failing, and that's why Jesus came. So I'm familiar with this. Something that I've rejected as early as me going to Islam. Islam, I never fully took all their stuff in because there were certain things about Muhammad that were way too ugly that I had to say, whoa, maybe that's corrupted. But as a true Sunni Muslim, you have to adopt all of it, all or nothing. These views that so and so wrote this or that or this or that, you're stating them as if it's fact and everybody agrees with you. Well, that's your view of it. That Valentinius wrote John. I totally agree that the first time I actually read John, I said that's Paul. This is the Paul. I thought Paul wrote John actually, and you know what? I'll stick by that. I actually do think John wrote Paul. Paul does line up too much with, or John does line up too much with Paul to be anything else. In fact, I think all of the works of John are Paul. But you're talking to somebody that, I mean, and how did my dad get this? He didn't know anything about Gnosticism. He says, "Oh, I go by the Sermon on the Mount." Well, isn't that part of the gospel that you guys hate? My dad says, "All you need is a Sermon on the Mount. All you need is a sermon." That's like a broken record. Seems to be coming from the same spirit, doesn't it? I'll stick by the Orthodox. Peace to you.